ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted like this huge, lush, beautiful garden. But like a lot of dreams, that is just simply unattainable. So what if you want a garden, but you don't exactly have the space for it? Well, I've got some tips for you. Now, I'm not a professional gardener, and most of the stuff that I do is just to see if I can do it. But I feel like I ran a pretty successful balcony garden that withstood the heat of direct afternoon sunlight in the middle of summer. So if you have a similar experience where you would like a garden, but you don't exactly have the space, here are some tips that might be helpful for you. Now, most of what you need for a garden you can get at the dollar store. Pots, seeds, soil, all that. You don't really have to drop a hot 20 on good soil or terracotta pots or anything like that. Simple plastic planting pots, say that 5 times fast, will work. Just make sure that you poke holes at the bottom of them so the roots will be able to spread out and you get some good water drainage. So let's start off with the basic thing, watering. Now, you should probably water your plants daily, and you need to pick a time where you can do that repeatedly. So that could be watering your plants every morning or watering your plants as the sun is setting every evening. It's okay if you skip watering your plants. I certainly have done that. But it's good to have that practice of watering your plants daily. Another thing is to always check what the weather is going to be like. Obviously, if it's going to just pour down rain, the sky's going to open up and it's going to come a flood, maybe skip out on watering your plants. Or if it's going to be a particularly hot, sunny day, you might want to put a little extra water in there. Another thing is, try caffeinating your plants. Just as some of the human race can only survive off of daily doses of caffeine, usually in the form of morning coffee, your plants could also use a little boost. Now for myself, because I am a coffee drinker, I gather up all of my used coffee grounds weekly, and at the end of the week I sprinkle them out onto my plants. And you do this weekly because while coffee grounds can be good for your plants, caffeinating your plants too much can hurt them more than help them. So why are coffee grounds helpful? Well, coffee grounds add an organic material to the soil. They're great for water drainage and water retention, and they also benefit the microorganisms. So caffeinating your plants usually works for most plants except tomatoes. Tomatoes are on a strict no caffeine diet. Another thing you can use are banana peels. Banana peels are really great for plants as well. They contain potassium, nitrogen, and phosphorus, which are some of the major components of fertilizer. Something you can do is you can put your banana peels in a jar and fill it with water, let it sit for a couple days, and use that to water your plant. Or you can just throw your banana peels into your planter. Now, sometimes because the weather is never the same here in Arkansas, we get those late frosts. This is also a good reason why you should monitor the weather. So if you notice that the temperature is going to drop significantly, it's a good idea to grab some plastic bags or some trash bags for the bigger planters and cover them up overnight. This is going to keep your plants warm throughout the night, and it's going to protect them from frost and potentially dying. Another tip I have is don't be afraid to experiment. I once grew sweet potatoes on a balcony garden. And the only reason why I did that was because I read The Martian, and in The Martian, it gives directions on how to plant potatoes, and I figured, sweet potatoes, they're kind of the same thing, right? You can also use seeds from food that you buy at the grocery store. So it's taking the seeds out of a bell pepper, putting it in a seed starter, and then transferring it into a planter, and then you can grow your own bell peppers. And you can kind of do this with most of the plants you buy from the grocery store. So go forth, hit up the grocery store and the dollar store, reuse some of the seeds from food that you've already bought, and have fun. That's kind of what it's all about.